Alright, here we go. This is a different video. This is going to be another dash cam video. However, this is going to be a little bit different. Instead of the previous videos that I've shown where it was a suction cup mount or a double-sided tape mount, this one is actually going to go over your rear view mirror. So for those of you who may be leasing a vehicle or using a rental and you want a dash cam, or maybe that's what you do often, you rent vehicles, maybe you do DoorDash or Uber Eats, or Lyft or whatever, this is an option for you. Now this model number is the DL12 and it is by Akaso. You can get this one off of Amazon. They run specials on them. I mean, I got it for roughly about $100. You can get it for a little more than that. When I first looked, it was like $109. So it's not the cheapest option, but it's far from the most expensive. But as I said, this will be an option for somebody who doesn't want to use the double-sided tape. In my case, on the rear window, the suction cup mounted one would tend to fall off whenever it got too hot, so I would have to take it off and put it back on every so often. So I'm gonna get this out of here and I will be back in just a moment. Before I do all that, I figure I would just do unboxing as well. So this right here is actually going to be your camera itself. It's wrapped up, so we'll just kind of set that to the side for now. And then you do get other accessories with this. As you can see, this is the GPS module, which obviously it says that on there. They do include a pry tool, and these are the bands that you're going to put around. They're going to clamp to the top and bottom of the straps here. These rubber straps. They'll clamp to the mirror itself, to the camera. And of course, you have your power source. This goes to your cigarette outlet, and then you have your rear camera, and it comes with the cable as well to run it to the back. So now there is an option for this kit as well if you want to hardwire it, which means you wouldn't use your cigarette lighter, as we all know it, power outlet, as most people know it nowadays. You would actually run it to your fuse box and it would stay on, and this would be an option. So if you want to have, if someone bumps your vehicle, whether you're at home or out and about and you're not in your vehicle, when it feels that bump, it will turn on the camera and it'll record a short clip. That way, if someone does hit your vehicle and drive off, you can have proof of it. So, but now that we've seen this, like I said, I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be back once I get it set up. Alright, so this is the continuation. This is with the dash cam already installed. As you can see, it's pretty reflective, and it works out really well. One cable is actually going up here through the headliner, down the side, underneath the dash, and comes out right here and goes into the power outlet. This other cable right here goes all the way to the back to the reverse cam, the one that's hanging right there in the center. And you can, that one, it comes with enough cable to where you can actually run it through your trunk and have it underneath where your license plate would be. However, you don't have to put it there. I didn't want to put it there. I wanted it to be on the inside. The camera, it does state that it is waterproof, but at the same time, if you have it there, a lot of times it may be difficult to see the amount of space that you want to see depending on where you mount it. So I just wanted to have it on the inside. Plus, it just made it easier. It does come with a wire to connect up to your reverse lights. So whenever they are engaged, whenever you're going in reverse, that will trigger that camera automatically. So just to kind of do a little demonstration of this, I'm just going to start this up a little. And you will hear that chime, and there's the model number, the DL12. Now you have, I do have to adjust this, but you have a couple of options on this. You can have it strictly just the front. You can have it the front on the left, the rear on the right, or vice versa, or you can strictly have just the rear. I just kind of leave it like that. Now if you hold it on here, you can adjust the angle of the camera. So you can set it to your liking. I just kind of keep it about there just so I can kind of see what's going on. It does have the 24-hour clock. Now in order to get to the options here, as you can see, there's a microphone, there's the settings, and then if you want to take a picture, so we'll go into the settings. Now you can choose your resolution. The front is and that's back, if you want the front at 2.5K, which as you can see, or if you want them both at 1080. So those are the two options you have in terms of that. Frequency, this is obviously going to let you choose if you want 50 Hertz, 60 Hertz, depending on your location. You may want to choose one or whichever one you want. In terms of all these audio, you can also basically, it is voice activated. I haven't actually tried that yet, so when I do try that, I will, if you want to know how that is, I can maybe post a video about that at a later time. You can turn the key tone off, the volume, intelligent voice, I believe that's for that, in terms of using your voice for that. The screen brightness, you can adjust that. You have to adjust it manually. It does not adjust according to the surrounding environment. You can scroll up, and then you have perspective here, and this would be for the rear view. So if you want to have full screen, full frame, however you want to do it, in terms of that. Fatigue reminder, this will kind of, it's supposed to have like, a notification if you've been driving for a while. It'll let you know, hey, take a break, something like that. Time setting, obviously you set that. Time format, you can have it in the 24-hour format. I believe actually it may only be a 24-hour format, but this in terms of month, year, day, you can have the years, month, day, day, month, year, or month, day, year, however you prefer. On-screen display, and this will let you choose different options, if you want to have that on or off. USB mode, I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'll have to get back on that. Of course, choose your language. You can format the SD card, factory reset it, and then this will give you information about the unit itself. Now, in terms of this, you can actually have the screen off if you want, I believe. So you can turn it off, yeah, you can have it off, you can have it off after 1 minute, 3 minutes, so on and so forth. That way, if you don't want to have that on when you're driving, especially, if it's a little bit difficult for you to see out your window, you can just use, have that option to where you turn that off. In terms of the sensitivity, this is if you get into an accident or if, accelerate, something happens like that, you can set the sensitivity to where it will record an automatic video. It'll record and it'll save that recording automatically on its own. Parking guard, this would be if you have it hardwired in, meaning that you have it set to your fuse box. And so this way, if your car gets bumped and then you have that setting on and it detects it, depending on if you have low, middle, or high, it will record a clip. I don't think it's full video. I think it's like so many frames per second. And from there, it'll record it. So if somebody bumps your car and then leaves without saying anything, it'll record that. So that way you at least have that footage on there for you. The only one, I guess you could say, is a minor downside for this is if you leave this on here, you are going to leave fingerprints on it. So keep that in mind. I just recently, it comes with this cover on it, and it helps to avoid that, but I mean, at the same time, if you bought it, why not use it? The only other thing I do have to hook up is there's a little spot right here for the GPS, and it keeps track of your, it may not be 100% accurate, I haven't used it yet, but typically in the dash cams I've had before, they weren't 100% accurate, they were off, one was off by like maybe 2 miles an hour, another one was off by like about 4 miles an hour, depending on where I was. So it can vary, so take that with a grain of salt, but they are pretty close. They're just not 100% accurate. So just to go over again some of those features, like I said, you can take a picture, you can look at your videos that you have stored, you can stop the recording, which it's recording, you can turn off if you don't want to record sound or anything like that. That's, you can do that as well. So it's up to you however you prefer to do it. Now, I will say on this particular one, these straps that come with it, in my case, they were only about roughly maybe that long, and it wasn't long enough to get around this mirror because this mirror on this car is really thick, as you can see. So it's a thick mirror, so I had to kind of make up something on my own to be able to get it to fit, but I mean, it looks a little crazy, but I mean, it works. It holds the mirror in place. It doesn't bounce around or move or anything like that. So keep that in mind if you decide to purchase this. It's just something that you can do. And it does come with twisties, and I'm not even going to lie. What I did was, because it comes with 4 of these, and so what I did was I tied them together, 2 on each side, and then that's what I did to make it work. So aside from that, if you do have any other questions or if you want to see some footage of what it looks like, please feel free to let me know. You can comment in the, leave a comment, and I will definitely look into that and see about recording a video if it's, requested enough. If not, feel free to do either way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.